You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hello, pet parents. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets on Pet Life Radio. Okay, for many of you fur parents out there, you know, they're not just our dogs or cats, they're our kids, and you want them to feel the best way they can feel. Stay tuned. This is a great new product that can help you do just that. We'll be right back after this break.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Hi, I'm Dana Humphrey, the founder of Whitegate PR. We have been specializing in PR and marketing in the pet industry for over 10 years. If you have a pet product or service you would like to promote, give us a call. We can help create awareness for your brand on TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and blogs. Feel free to reach me directly at 619-414-9307 or learn more on our website at whitegatepr.com or follow us on Facebook.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to introduce Andrew Morrison. He's the CEO of FetchFuel. Welcome, Andrew.
Michelle, thanks for having me on your show.
Oh, thanks for being on the show. Now, Andrew, tell us about what is FetchFuel? What type of products does FetchFuel have?
We have a full line of nutritional supplements for dogs. We focus in on dogs, although all of our products work for cats, but at different dosing levels. Our first product that we launched almost 2 years ago is called FetchFuel Active, and it's a joint and hip supplement, but also it's great for skin and coat and overall kind of general wellness. And then we have 2 other products. We have an Omega, which is a skin and coat-oriented nutritional supplement. It's a blend of wild Alaskan fish oil, olive oil, and organic coconut oil. And then we have a new product that we're just launching and getting out into the market called FetchFuel Belly. And it's focused in on digestion and to a certain degree because it has superfoods in it, general wellness. But it's a blend of all-natural pumpkin, sweet potato, ginger, and then has prebiotics in it through chicory root. It is a natural source of prebiotics.
So they're great products. I love the fact that they come in a tube so you can squeeze them. And they almost sound to me, as you're describing them, as kind of like doggy vitamins. You know, many people take vitamins to supplement their health because they don't always, eat the right nutrients and so forth. Would you say FetchFuel kind of is in a way like a vitamin, maybe more the active and the omega than the belly?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you definitely, in the whole supplement world, it's probably the easiest to explain because there's natural vitamins and minerals in most foods. And so it's easy to kind of go down that path. We definitely have vitamins, minerals, antioxidants in each of our products. But kind of different from humans, the way we look at nutrition boosting is that we really wanted to find an easy, high efficacy, kind of tasty way to deliver an increase of nutrition to dogs. There's a lot of pills and powders on the market. There's not a lot of liquid supplements. And so our line at this point is all liquid-based, really easy. You just squeeze it right on their kibble. And in the end, we feel that it's important at different phases of dogs' lives to boost nutrition, and this is an easy way to do it. The one corollary to humans that's a little bit different is that we, in our everyday life, unless somebody's doing a, pretty involved raw diet or home-cooked diet, most of us don't do things like we eat an apple or some type of fruit or supplement our own nutrition with different types of foods. And we tend not to do that so much with our dogs. And so this, FetchFuel is our way of making that kind of boosting of nutrition easy.
What you said makes a lot of sense because as you're saying it, I'm thinking, people eat a much more varied diet than we feed our pets. And it's also because dogs and cats, they need to have a more stable diet for their digestive system. So it helps to, add to your products. Now, what about people that are saying, well, I buy this premium food and it's supposed to have all this stuff. Is this something that I can use? Will it be too much? Can you overdo it?
Yeah, so I think it's a really good question, Michelle, because we do a lot of us do spend a lot of money on food for our pets. And different premium foods have different levels of premium ingredients. So, raw diets tend to be very high in omega-3s, but there are very few foods, raw, freeze-dried, traditional kibble, or wet foods, that have a high source of glucosamine. Even senior foods will add glucosamine, but most vets, if a dog is having joint or hip issues, they'll still be recommending some level of additional glucosamine. And most will also recommend an omega to go along with that to help with the absorption of that glucosamine. So in large part, that's why we started working on Active, which was our first product, because we wanted to add both of those. And we wanted to do it in a liquid form that was really tasty, easy to serve. And in our mind, it's also important that it's coming from someone who is using really high quality ingredients.
Well, absolutely. And I could see Active because people that have dogs that are very active are very on top of the types of nutrients the dog receives, their type of food, and just making sure, because if they're expending that type of energy out, there has to be some good fuel coming in. You have the Active for joint and hips. Then you have the Omega for skin and coat, the belly digestion. I'm interested in asking this about the belly digestion. Some older dogs seem to have, they get older, they have belly problems, so to speak. I guess I should say bathroom problems, because I don't know. I think it's, in my experience, my older dogs tend to have a little bit more of a sensitive stomach than the younger dogs do. That's what I've experienced in my test crew, in my previous life with other dogs. So is there truth to that, or am I the only one that has older dogs that, have loose stool and pass gas?
Yeah, no, I think that you're onto something there. In general, I think that when there's any type of an issue around loose stool or what would appear to be a not so happy belly, the easiest way to try to immediately impact that is to add some fiber-rich either foods or, supplements to their diet to help with that. And that's a big part of belly for us was, whether it's a senior dog that all of their bodily functions just aren't operating at the same level they were when they were a young adult, or if it's a puppy or an adult dog and you're switching foods or whatnot. Fiber tends to be a very quick and easy way to impact that. I think we're also going to start seeing and hearing even more talk about probiotics and prebiotics and trying to maintain a really healthy gut. And so for us, we wanted to really focus in with this product on prebiotics and creating an environment in the gut that's just healthy and allows for growing of good, healthy probiotics and bacteria.
Okay, you're giving the scientific view of all of that. I'll tell you it from a pet parent, monitoring the pet crew, having them test it out. let's just say with Mr. Z, who's the senior dog at 11 and going on, we had, it's kind of blunt, but we had a fart-free week this week, which is really nice because I use the belly digestion. I like that it gives you, serving size suggestions based on the weight of the dog on the bottle. That's really, I think, important because sometimes it's only on one part of the packaging. It's not as obvious, and it's a great guide. And he's just, he's old, he passes gas, and you never know when. Sometimes he's fine for a while, then here we go again. So, but he liked the taste, and it was nice, non-smelly week with him. So,
well, congratulations.
Yeah. And I know that some dogs pass gas that have some breeds, because of their respiratory system, but this is age, I think, with him. And he was great. Now, we tried all of them that you sent the samples of, so thank you. There was no question, the taste, there was no problem with, and Mr. Z is also the picky one. So they all love the taste. I think they thought it was like sauce or something on their food, so it's something a little extra.
It's like a gravy, so to speak, right, with the active in the belly anyway. So omega is so clear that it feels more like a sauce. But, well, that's really neat. I'll tell you, Michelle, one of the things that has been fun for us is we developed these products and kind of thought about how we wanted to bring some things to the market that we couldn't find. You obviously have certain things that you want to get out of it. In these particular cases, we focused really in on mobility for active, for a shiny, healthy skin and coat on omega, and then digestion for belly. But it's been fun to hear all the extra little benefits that you hear parents and fans talk about how it's impacted their dogs. So, gas is a new one, but I'm going to start adding that to my pick.
Now you can let people know, try the belly digestion. Your dog won't fart anymore. So
yeah, it's great. So, I'll tell you, the one thing with Active that was very fun, that was our first product, and we really were focused on increasing nutrition in a very targeted way. But in the end, we had, we have a lot of dogs who weren't eating all their food, and because of the taste and kind of it's a little more interesting with something wet on it, because of that, they were eating all of their food. And so now they're not only just getting this extra nutrition we're giving them, but they're getting everything that their food was supposed to deliver to them too. And in senior dogs, that's a really big deal. So for us, it's all those little extras that you hear that weren't necessarily part of the initial objective, but end up being really, really great benefits.
I also like that it's in a squeezable container. I have had fish oil, omega-3 types of products on Best Bets before. After close to 200 shows, there's some that are similar. You have some similarities. But I've never seen anything where it's, for everybody listening, it kind of reminds me of a condiment bottle. Like a mustard bottle more because or a squeezable mayonnaise bottle. It's that shape, but it's very convenient to use. I love the fact that I don't have to do a pill because I have no problem with it, but certain members of the household do not like giving pills out. And I like the fact that it's, the dog, my dog gets involved in a way. He eats it. He's enjoying it. Does that make sense? I mean, it's just, it's very convenient to use and it's a very easy format.
It's been a big part of what we were trying to accomplish in also keeping kind of the same style squeeze cap and bottle across, all of our liquid-based products. With fish oil in particular, you mentioned a good point. If you've ever used pumps tend to leak down the side of the bottle, and then you just end up with this really messy bottle. So having a flip cap and a squeeze cap, it makes it a much cleaner process. And on the belly side, for us, to avoid having a half-opened can or little packet that could fall over or in the fridge or whatnot, to have a closed, squeezable product is just, it's all about ease of use in addition to it being tasty. And then most importantly, people buy these products because they want to know that they're going to work or have a good shot at working. It's hard to guarantee anything because every dog is different, but on average, these ingredients have very specific benefits that they deliver. And so we make our product in a human-grade facility with all human-grade ingredients, and they're consistent. So, something we wanted to bring to this market is just knowing that you're going to get the same consistent product every time, and make sure that it's of quality, that it's safe, and will have the best shot at really helping your dog.
I love what you said. I especially liked when you said there's no magic cure. I mean, if your dog has severe hip dysplasia, is the active joint hips going to make your dog back to normal, running around perfect? That's a far stretch. I mean, but will it make your dog probably easier to walk around and, help maybe in, I'm not a vet, so, help with the bones and ease of movement? There's a good chance.
Yeah, it's very right. We look at it as we really want to try to make every day our dog's best day. And, you can measure that a lot of different ways. I don't think by any means we're saying that, it goes back to when they were a puppy or whatnot. But you want to stack the deck in their favor as much as possible. And you do that by feeding them a really great diet and supplementing. So, for us, there are a number of parents that use supplements and have for a long time. I get a lot more satisfaction out of converting new parents to know that, hey, you can do a little bit more if you want and improve your dog's quality of life by boosting their nutrition.
Exactly. Now, you said that these products can also be used for cats, just different dosage. I'm assuming smaller, since it's probably by weight, and cats are generally smaller.
Yeah, much smaller doses. And since we don't put, dosage on the bottles, we're not specifically marketing to them, but all the ingredients are ingredients that you would find in cat products. And so it would just, somebody who was doing that would obviously want to, do a fair amount of research and figure out, what they would want to dose for their cat.
Okay, now where can people find FetchFuel?
So we sell our products online, both on our site and on Amazon. We handle Amazon, so we don't sell to Amazon, but sometimes people just find it easier to buy through them. And then we also sell into independent pet, mostly in California, but we're just starting to expand into the East Coast. So, if your listeners have a favorite store, an independent pet store that they like, then they can always mention it, and hopefully we can get product to that store and start expanding to their neighborhoods.
Okay, wonderful. And you did such a good job of explaining, everything. Is there anything that you wanted to add that maybe I didn't ask about, or you just thought, I wish I would have said that?
I think we covered a lot. I just would probably highlight, again, that we really feel strongly about, spreading the word to parents that maybe haven't really been interested in adding any type of extra nutrition to their dog's diet. And so, for me, I would say we get the most out of converting people to give it a shot and see if they feel like any of our FetchFuel products, or frankly other nutritional boosting products, will, make their dog's day and life better. So give it a shot and see if you can impact their life in a better way.
Exactly. Thank you so much for being on the show. That was such a great show and interesting. Adding these supplements to your dog's food can really make a difference in their life. And it's not just about adding the belly digestion to Zeus's food so it doesn't, fart. If he's farting, there's a problem in his belly. So by giving him this food, he feels better. As always, I'd like to thank my test crew, Mr. Z, Nikki, and the Dennis. The Dennis is a cat, so he didn't try this out, but now and I know I can try it on cats. I will let him try it out. And I'd like to thank my guest, Andrew Morrison of FetchFuel, for being on the show and sending the samples. And most of all, I'd like to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound great. He's a hard-working producer, and that's why our podcasts always sound fabulous. And, of course, everyone listening, thank you, thank you. Do you know over 500,000 people listen to Best Bets for Pets every month? Wow, all over the world. Any suggestions for future products, please shoot an email to Michelle at PetLifeRadio.com. Thanks for listening. More great products for your woof and meows coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.